Now, the most accurate weather forecast in South Texas with meteorologist Juan Acuna.
Hi everyone, welcome back. This is a Wilcox Furniture forecast, and I tell you what, the cloud coverage for today is beginning to break up just a little bit, and hey, we're getting some rays of sunshine, so that's always some good news in our department. Although we're falling about 2 inches below normal for this time of year, so we could use a little bit of rainfall, but that's just not happening on the surface right now. As we look at the satellite and radar composite, we have a few clouds that are breaking, as I mentioned. However, the moisture continues to be increasing off of the Gulf of Mexico, and with temperatures holding on to the 80s here and the waters along the Gulf going at about to the lower 70s to upper 60s. There's going to be a little bit of fog that's going to be forming with all this moisture that is pushing into the inland areas this evening. So as we take a look at the visibility forecast going into about 7 o'clock in the morning, we'll see some of that visibility and fog drop to about 1 to 2 miles as far as visibility is concerned about 7 o'clock in the morning. So you're certainly going to want to use caution as we head into the overnight hours if you have evening plans. So here's the evening forecast. The temperatures that are into the lower 80s right now will eventually fall into the middle 70s as we go to about 10 o'clock tonight with those southeasterly winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, and going on into the early morning hours will eventually fall into the middle 60s. And notice how the winds drop down just a little bit. That'll aid in some extra fog development as we go to about the 6 to 7 o'clock time frame early in the morning. Notice the forecast lows are all into the 60s across the coastal bend, so we'll look for the foggy conditions mainly near the coastline, but still mild temperatures all over the region at this point. So as you take a look at the wide view, as I mentioned earlier, we have a frontal boundary in the northern sections of the state, still holding on to plenty of cloud coverage off to the west into the Permian Basin. And notice this little orange box that you see right over here near Dallas-Fort Worth, pushing near the Arklatex area. This is going to continue to push on down to the south very, very slowly and eventually pushing into the region as we go into late tomorrow night. And that's going to mean some showers across the coastal bend. It's not going to be very widespread, but nonetheless, they are going to be out there. So let's look at it on the future tracker as we go into the next several hours. We start to see those blow up of showers and storms where we have that severe thunderstorm watch box at this point. Here in the coastal bend, we're just talking about a few clouds across the region, not shower activity, not yet anyway. Going into tomorrow morning and going into tomorrow afternoon, we have a good mix of clouds and sun across the region. A few little showers out around the San Antonio area for tomorrow afternoon. And then as we go into tomorrow night, going on into early Tuesday morning, again, not showing a whole lot as far as showers are concerned. This is mainly going to be a frontal passage that pushes everything out of the way. Notice as it pushes down to the south, it's going to deliver a fantastic Tuesday and Wednesday for us here as we have a lot of dry air in place. Air is going to be sinking across the coastal bend even as we go on into Wednesday, and that means lots of sunshine for us here. But for tomorrow, as we look at the day planner, we start off in the middle 60s, light winds across the area. Again, a little bit of some fog out there, 76 by noontime, and we're looking at the lower 80s as we go into the afternoon at about 5 o'clock, 83 there. That'll be the high of the day, and back into the lower 70s as we go into the end of the day there. But tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be warm in the inland areas, middle to upper 70s, lower 80s near the coastline. Inland areas, I wouldn't be surprised if a few of you start to get pretty close to the lower 90s out and about, so take note of that. Notice as we go into tomorrow afternoon, we get more of an east-southeasterly component to the wind. Fairly breezy along the coastline, but inland areas, not so much. But as we go into Tuesday morning, notice we get more of a north-northeasterly flow, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And then on Tuesday, notice that northerly flow, it doesn't last a whole lot. So it's a very, very weak front in nature that'll be coming late tomorrow night. It'll deliver light winds early on Wednesday morning and then on into Wednesday afternoon. That's what we're going to be seeing, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Here's a look ahead. Big storm system off to the northwest. That'll be pushing into the area by Saturday. And as it does so, showers will be increasing across the region, and there is some cooler air that'll come in by Sunday evening and on into Sunday afternoon, I should say. NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast, 83 on Monday, 76 on Tuesday. They're pretty nice on Tuesday and Wednesday, but then we get more humidity on into Thursday and Friday. The wind is really going to pick up as well as temperatures are into the lower 80s, but that front on Saturday, that's what we're going to be watching, that increasing showers. 78 on Saturday, 64 on Sunday, looking like a dreary day, but there's still a little bit of some cool air on the way. But in the meantime, Tuesday and Wednesday, they are looking pretty nice out and about.
Now, the middle of the week looks like it would have been a perfect week for spring break.
Exactly. It always comes a week late.
It just never fails. All right, Juan, thank you.